Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a video of my stroke story. So I was just 24 when I had my stroke. I'm 32 now, so about 8 years ago. I was working at a job that I really liked. I was living with my sister at the time. We had bought a house in Edmonton. It was February 25th, 2018. It was a Sunday, and I remember that day as if it was like yesterday. I woke up that day, I was actually at my parents' house because they were in Maui at the time. So I was just house sitting and watching their dog. That day I went to my boyfriend's work because I brought him lunch. He was there for about 24 hours. He was on duty, so he couldn't really leave. We watched TV for his lunch break, and then I went home or went back to my parents' house, watched a movie. I watched The Bachelor. I made myself snacks. I had pizza. All the things you do when you're house sitting your parents. You literally just raid their closet for free snacks. It wasn't until around, I think it was around like 7 that I noticed that my neck had kinked a little bit, as if I like slept on it wrong. I kind of thought, oh, that's weird. Like this kind of came out of nowhere. I thought honestly nothing of it. I had a nap on the couch, which is like the first red flag because I never nap on the couch, and I was fully clothed. That's a big no. When I nap, I get in bed, I get my jammies on, I get my mask on, and I'm out. So the fact that I like slept on the couch was kind of like it's kind of weird. Like I'm really not feeling good if I slept on the couch. And I want to say maybe it was around like 8:30 now. I had just finished eating my pizza, obviously. I was texting my boyfriend. So my phone was plugged in on my parents' kitchen island, and I was in their living room watching TV. So I got up, put my plate away, and then got my phone and I started texting because it still needed to charge. So I texted him, and just almost kind of like in an like out of body experience, I texted him, something's wrong. I heard the whoosh of the text being sent, and that's when I lost full mobility of one of my sides. I honestly can't even remember at this point now. So I fell down. Also, I don't know how I did this, but I managed to take a picture of myself. I'll add that picture here. I sent that picture to him, texted me back and said, why are you on the ground? Because he could tell I was on the ground. The picture's really blurry. It's not in focus or anything. And he immediately called my sister and said, hey, I think something's going on with Mason. Maybe go check on her. Like, I'm on duty, so I can't really leave work right now. I saw her earlier today, and she was fine, was on the ground. I remember I had my dad's hoodie on because I just had shower, and like I said, I was out at my parents' house, so it was kind of like this. And I remember being like, okay, this is how I die. Like, I suffocate because I'm unable to move my arms, which discovering that was really scary. And then I remember, okay, Mason, like, you're being dramatic. Just put your hand up. Put both hands up, lean up, and put your feet under you, and just get up. You're being a princess right now. I remember I can't do that. I can feel my arm and legs, but I can't do that movement anymore. During this time, my boyfriend had texted my sister. My sister was like, oh my God, okay. She was in our house, which was about 45 minutes away from my parents' house. The whole time she kept calling me. And once again, I miraculously answered the phone. And I said, hello? And she was like, Mason, like, are you okay? Like, I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'm gonna be there soon. And I remember being like, it's okay, Mackenzie, I'm fine. I'm in the kitchen, like, on the floor, but like, I'm fine, like, don't worry about me. And she's like, Mason, like, I'm gonna be there soon. Like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, like, don't worry about it. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna hang up right now. Like, I'm gonna be at the house soon. I said, okay. So she hung up, to the house, and I was right in the back door. So she went to go open the door, and she kind of hit me a little bit, obviously not bad, but she kind of was like, oh my God, you're right there. She saw me face down. She was freaking out, obviously. And so she's freaking out, and I remember trying to calm her down with my left arm. My left arm was still moving, and I remember kind of being like, it's okay, Mackenzie. And I remember saying, Mackenzie, it's okay, I'm okay, I just need some help getting up, no big deal, I'm okay, just help me up. And she's like, oh my God, Mason, are you okay? And I'm like, and I remember just being like, Mackenzie, it's fine, don't worry about it. Little did I know that I had aphasia at that time, so I thought I was speaking English. But in that moment, my sister said that I was just going like, that's when she was like, oh my God, what's happening? Never did she think that I was having a stroke. So she called 911 and 911 came to pick me up. I remember them thinking that I was having an overdose. My sister was like, if you knew my sister, like, no, she's not. Because the night before, I had a couple friends over and a couple of my friends had like smoked a joint or whatever. So I still had some items like on my counter or whatever, right? So they're like, oh yeah, she's overdosing. But then they kind of like looked more into my side effects and everything. And they're like, by the time I got into the ambulance, I remember them saying like, okay, we don't think it's an overdose. Like, I think it's a little something more serious. The last thing I remember in the ambulance is so I have this thing about like, oh, like if we're gonna go in a car ride, like I better make sure I go pee. Like I don't want to have to pee like in my car ride or whatever, right? Like I have this weird obsession with going to the bathroom before I'm gonna be away from a bathroom. So I remember being in the ambulance, hooked up to like oxygen and like I'm strapped in. I remember thinking I should get the attention of the worker that was beside me, who's charting and writing things down like, hey, this girl's having a stroke. Oh my God, like what's going on? And I remember thinking, oh, I should let her know that maybe we should stop at McDonald's so I can go pee. Girl, I was not. No, there was no way I was A, getting those words out, or B, even standing up. I just thought it was funny that was like one of my thoughts. I was like, oh, maybe they can stop at McDonald's so I can like just run in to go pee real quick before I get to the emergency department. I was a little delusional at that point. That's the story of my stroke. There's so much more to it after, but I just wanted to show you the day of my stroke. And yeah, the last thing I remember is the ambulance doors opening up at the U of A hospital, me looking at the clock and it said like 10:07. This is where my journey began. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of what followed after that, but that was before my stroke, during my stroke, my trip to the hospital. But there's so many details. That's the day of my stroke and I'm 8 years post. I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for all the healthcare professionals that were on my side during my stroke, after my stroke, in my rehab, everything. That's about it. So thanks divas for watching and I will see you next time.